Hey guys, and welcome back to another WandaVision breakdown, this time for Season 1, Episode 5, and this is probably the biggest and best episode by far in terms of story plot and the big reveals that happen towards the end of the episode, and it's just a massive episode in general to watch. Now of course, if you have not seen the episode, there's going to be massive spoilers ahead, and trust me, you are going to want to watch the episode by yourself before looking at this breakdown if you have got Disney Plus. But if you haven't seen the episode and you haven't got Disney Plus, please do proceed with caution, as there are going to be massive spoilers for this episode. So this week's episode starts out back with the sitcom style, this time set in the 1980s, and we see the brand new intro of course, and we also see that Wanda and Vision are struggling to keep the babies quiet and they haven't slept in a long time. Then of course Agnes comes over and does her thing and offers to help Wanda and Vision help quiet down the babies, and then she acts very suspicious by going off script and saying, should we take it from the top, and asking Wanda if she should start again. So it sounds like she's almost toying with Wanda, and I feel like this means she's not entirely under Wanda's spell and she's sort of immune to Wanda's powers in some way, as she could be in some way in control of the reality as well as Wanda. And Wanda just shakes off how weird it was, and it looks like she might be under some sort of spell from Agnes rather than her being in control of everybody else in the town. Another detail I wanted to point out is when Agnes was spraying the babies with supposedly lavender like Ralph does with her. Now this could be a hint towards how the person in question, which I do think is Ralph, who is supposedly in the control of this town, and I feel like the lavender might not be lavender and it might be some sort of spray that keeps people under Ralph's control, as I feel like Ralph is truly in control of Wanda and the whole town. However, that is just a theory, so that might come to play in a later episode, but it's just a theory for now, and who knows, it might even become a correct one in the near future. We of course then see the twins grow up to the age of 5, as they were tiny little babies, and then they shot up and grew up to 5 years old. Then we go back to the outside of Westview and we meet up with Sword again, and it looks like Monica's going through medical checks, and from her medical scan it turns out there was nothing on Monica's scan, which could be hinting towards the fact that somehow the Westview anomaly affected her in some way and could lead to her getting her superpowers that we did see in the comics. We then see Monica, Darcy and Agent Wu go to the Sword meeting, and Director Hayward seems to be painting Wanda as the villain of this pocket reality, as he thinks that she is a terrorist rather than an Avenger. Then he reveals that Sword was in fact experimenting on Vision's dead body until Wanda stormed in 9 days ago and took the Vision's body back from Sword headquarters. We then go back into Westview and we see the twins have found a dog in the back garden and they decide to name it Sparky. Wanda and Vision then agree that the best thing to do for the twins is to be at the age of 10 before they can look after Sparky. And out of Wanda's control, they age up to 10 by themselves, and it seems like the children could be free of Wanda's spell considering how innocent they are, and Wanda may use the guilt or sadness that they feel as adults to get them under her control, just like how she is feeling with Wanda's loss of Vision. We then go back to Sword and we see Monica is investigating her outfit, and it turns out that her outfit is bulletproof, as Wanda is able to warp reality and anyone who comes in it, and considering she was wearing a bulletproof vest when she entered the Westview reality, that meant that her outfit was warped into a bulletproof outfit. We then see Vision back at work with Norm, and they are setting up the new computers where they can set up emails and write electronic letters to each other. Vision then receives an email from Darcy Lewis and becomes suspicious, as it talks about the Maximoff anomaly, and he then turns off the computer and then puts his fingers against Norm's head and sets him free of Wanda's spell for a small amount of time, to find out that he is actually trapped and is in severe pain from the mind control that we can assume is from Wanda. We then see Sword has somehow managed to get into the Westview reality with an 80s styled Sword drone, and they are flying over towards Wanda's house when they see Wanda and the twins just outside, and then we see the feed from the drone cut out, and then we hear the alarm go off showing that there was a breach in the Westview reality, and it turns out that it is Wanda coming outside with the drone, and she then threatens Sword to leave her alone and she won't bother them. She then leaves again and heads back into the Westview reality, and Sword now know the true extent of her power and she can easily take them all on if she wanted to. We then go to another advert. This time is for Lagos, which of course is the place where in Captain America Civil War Wanda unintentionally killed loads of people after trying to save Captain America from Crossbone's suicide attempt. We then see Wanda and the twins looking around Westview for Sparky, and it turns out he is dead in Agnes's bush, where Sparky ate way too many leaves, which were apparently bad for him. However, I won't put it out of the realm of possibility that, in fact, Agnes did kill Sparky. We then see that Vision had to bury Sparky in the back garden, and then Wanda and Vision start to argue as Vision tells Wanda that he knows about the spell that she has put on everyone in Westview. And we find out that Vision doesn't know anything about his life before Westview, so he clearly doesn't know about anything that happened in Infinity War and Endgame. As the argument starts to cool off, we hear somebody knock on the door, and Wanda says that that wasn't her, as Vision believes that she was using that to try and get out of the argument that she was in, or, as we theorise here, we think that it is someone other than Wanda that was knocking on the door. We think it is probably the person who started this reality that Wanda is in, and is probably behind this whole Westview reality and its creation. We then flash back to Sword one last time, and we hear the alarm going off, which clearly states that the perimeter had been breached again. However, we do not find out who and what has breached the perimeter. We then find out that it is in fact Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men films, played by of course Evan Peters and not Aaron Taylor Johnson, which is what we expected considering Aaron Taylor Johnson did play Quicksilver in Captain America the Winter Soldier and Avengers Age of Ultron. And Darcy of course mentions that Wanda has recast Quicksilver. We do, however, also see in the mirror that it looks like Quicksilver's hand is actually red, and that it also looks like there is like a grey sort of hand that's been blurred out in the mirror, and there's actually nothing in the actual world where there is clearly something in the mirror. Hopefully we'll get answers to that in the future episodes. However, it seems like the whole situation is trying to make us believe that this is in fact Quicksilver from the Fox X-Men films. However, I am not believing this until we reach the end of the series and find out who he actually is, as we do not have we simply do not have enough information to confirm whether he is the actual Quicksilver from a different multiverse, or if it is a more sinister force pretending to be someone that Wanda loved. But that is the major breakdown of this week's episode. Again, thank you for watching my videos on these WandaVision videos. Please do like and subscribe for more future breakdowns on WandaVision, and be sure to like and subscribe for more Marvel content. Again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.